Drafting with Numot is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com and GatheringMagic.com. Explore the game. Okie dokie, here we are in the finals. Opponent is on the play. We have a decent hand on the draw. Miscalc on 2. Hopefully some lands. Serendib into Thran Dynamo. It's a Keeperunski. Alright. Well, hopefully he doesn't do anything next turn and I just get a Miscalc his first play. But Spellskite usually does a good job. Ooh, blue-black. You might be playing some control-y type deck. Reanimator, possibly. Let's see. What do you got? Vampire Nighthawk. Do I miscalc that, or do I cycle? I really need to hit lands. I think we just cycle this. Okay. Not too shabby. Let's get that Tundra. And let's pass turn. I am indeed not married. Or I am in fact not married with a kid. Snap block here if he attacks. Or not. Our deck's just trying to get to later game. Land was a great draw there. We get to go Dynamo into Spellskite. Set up a nice turn for opposition in Venser, or Cloudgoat Ranger or whatever. We have the Cloudgoat Ranger Venser combo. Looking good right now. Consuming Vapors. Well, that's annoying. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Well, shucks, that makes things awkward. I think I might just Venser here, honestly. Yeah, Venser this turn, Cloudgoat next turn, and then potentially Cloudgoat with opposition next turn if I draw another land. I could also Council's Judgment right now, but I don't think I need to. Because unless he has a way to pump his one of his creatures, Venser survives at 1. Yeah, hitting an untapped land next turn... Well, I guess I only have untapped land. Hitting a land next turn is probably game over. Assuming he doesn't have a counter. Like, with what, how he has 5 mana. Best case scenario, he plays Gilded Lotus, or Future Sight, or... I don't know. No discard, though. Discard's bad for me. Compulsive's fine. Compulsive into like a bad 3-drop, or bad 2-drop. Did he play land this turn? Yeah, he played Sulphur Falls. I guess even if he... No, if he has a counter, it's kind of bad. Discards Kaiga. Okay, so he could be reanimating Kaiga. Luckily, Council's Judgment exiles. And this has to die. The tank on the discard is scary. Soren Markov, that's fine. Again, just trying to fade a counter. Alright, we drew the untapped land. Let's see if we can get this. Let's see if we can get this working. That resolves. I actually want to target the Cloudgoat Ranger right now and hope he uses like a removal spell. That wouldn't have been bad. Because, again, we don't want this opposition to get countered. Nice. Alright, that should be game. Now he's pretty much hard locked. The wombo combos are real. Opponent says, "You are disgusting." Yeah, well, that's why we took opposition when we got it past like 6 pick, even though our deck has very few creatures. It's super hard to win from this position, especially if he doesn't have a removal spell for Cloudgoat, which we're assuming he doesn't. Tap and tap. Alright, well, that's game over. Did he already scoop? Oh, he did. What? Getting 3 1/1s a turn and opposition locking your opponent out isn't good? Who would have known? Who would have known? Sideboard. Again, against his type of deck, I really like the Armageddon type effects, but I think we have a really good matchup anyways. I could probably end up cutting a Wrath or two. He looks more control-y. Yeah, I can probably cut a Wrath, maybe like the Wrath of God, and bring in the Ravages, since it's black bordered over the Armageddon, which is, I guess it's black bordered, but doesn't look as good. We'll see how this pans out. This could backfire, but we didn't see any mana rocks from him. We just saw 3 colors, like hard 3 colors, and we have rocks, so we'll try this out. Game 2, round 3, we are up a game. Opponent's on the play, and we're going to keep this hand. Pretty far away from casting the Spectral, but he's more of a slow, dirtily deck, so we can have some time. Gonna go ahead and leave the Wastes, since if we rip Runner Plains, we'd rather just cast the Spectral. That's problematic. I'm gonna probably have to forbid that. Ooh, there's 1 Plains. Okay. Could get there. Finally drew the Upheaval, but this hand's not very Upheaval good, I guess. Well, this kind of sucks. So I have to hold up Forbid next turn, and if he casts anything here, I'm probably going to forbid it. Yeah. With buyback, discarding the Condemn and the Upheaval. And then I just have to pass turn and counter the Ancestral Vision, I think. Assuming this resolves. If the Forbid doesn't resolve, that's really, really bad, since he just 3 for 1'd me or whatever, 3 for 2'd me. This time we're not going to buy it back, though. He missed a land drop as well, so countering this Ancestral Visions is really important. Unless, of course, he opts to target me. Yes, we'll just counter and pass. Alright, good deal. Yeah, he ripped a land anyways. Vampire Nighthawk, that is A-okay. Let's draw opposition. Or Martial Coup. I guess we'll just play out Linvala. Doesn't really matter what I play out, I mean... Procession not very good versus Nighthawk. Linvala not very good versus Nighthawk. He had the same exact start. Alright, well, we can one-up him. We can one-up him. Definitely not blocking the Nighthawk if he attacks with it. I mean, I could give the Cloudgoat Ranger flying, but with Venser in hand, we know what our game plan is. This game is looking very similar to game 1, although he has no red mana right now. And he showed us multiple red sources the last game. Tick-tock. 5 cards in hand. Hopefully I don't get punished by discarding that Upheaval. What does he have? 1 blue, 1 colorless. Man, I hope he plays like a... oh, okay, that's bad. I was going to say, I hope he plays like a control magic on my Cloudgoat, because then Venser says target permanent you own, not control. Yep, dead. I'm going to go ahead and triple block the Necrotol if he attacks. He can kill 2 of them first strike, and then the 3rd one will kill it. It's decent. Okay, so I'm going to jam the Venser here. Exile a Plains. I'll chump the Necrotal. Just start taking up the Venser. Hopefully get some 2 more lands for Martial Coup Wrath effect. And both at Venser. Chumbawamba. Don't think I want to path the Nighthawk just yet. We know he has like Kaiga in his deck. Just passing turn, interesting. Mindstone's a good draw. Let's see if this Spectral resolves. Don't count on it, but if it does, hey, great. Exile a Plains again. So that way we'll have a path open next turn on his turn. What is happening here? Floating 5 mana. Alright, I'm going to pass priority and see what he's doing here. Oh, he's digging through time? Yuck. Yuck. That's good. Now the current game plan is just protect Venser at all costs. Easy chump chump. Not sacking the Mind Stone. Again, we're looking to get a Martial Coup for at least 7 mana total. Alright. Block, block. Protect the Planeswalker is the name of the game. Protect the Planeswalker. No! Alright, well, Venser down. That's not good for us. Man, we even hit the land for the Martial Coup. Gonna go ahead and just pop this off, though, or at least try to. If he's got a counter, he's got a counter. Remember, he dug through time, so it wouldn't be surprising. But we're not sitting in the best shape right now. I'm gonna have to pop off the Mind Stone, try to dig into an opposition or something. Considering Venser was our complete game plan there. I mean, we still have like Entreat, Frost Titan, Cloudgoat, opposition, plenty of good draws. Liliana, make me discard. Alright, oh, there goes Path. Okay, I guess we'll just Council's Judgment. And, do I sack Mind Stone here? I guess I do. Okay. Couldn't just kill Liliana since, it had 6 and we only had 5 tokens. I guess I shouldn't F6. At least I should feign Miscalc since he saw it game 1. Opponent's still missing red, though. Although it's very possible it was just a minor splash. What do we got here? This could be scary, whatever he's doing. Batter Skull. Okay, that's bad news for me. Yeah, Council's Judgment would have been a nice one to have here. But again, we can just draw like Entreat the Angels or something. Which is maybe a reason I should have played the Tundra out. Can't attack. Just pass and go. Just pass and go. Just take it. Maybe I should have just chumped with one, but we have opposition in the deck, and you know, not going to 9 isn't the worst. Alright, I guess we'll start chumping now. Upheaval's gone, so I mean, we didn't even have a great play to follow it up with anyways, but... What you got for me? Paying a life. Ugh! The old Toxic Deluge for 1 wipe your board. I gotta assume he's got like a counter in his hand. Okay, it's a good draw. Let's see if this gets countered. Let's see if this gets countered. Alright. No counter Spellerino. We saw Doomblade in round 1. Could still have like Ultimate Price. We saw Chainers too though. So maybe we're okay. Maybe we're okay, maybe we're not. Oh, okay. Well, you get the Consuming Vapors. We did see that last game actually. So now I'm not sure what I need to draw. Needs to be something good though. We could have used this a few turns ago. Like right after Martial Cooing, this would have been insane. Alright, let's scoop this up. Go to game 3. I think we're just gonna ship it back. Let's go to game 3. See, this is great for you guys. You'll be watching the video and we'll go all the way, all 3 rounds. More content for you guys. Let's play first. Let's... Ugh. I don't think I keep this hand. If I had an island, I would for the Miscalc, and we could cast Serendib on 3 off of Mind Stone, but this Entreat and Frost Titan are just dead draws right now. Let's go to 6. Alright, this hand's fine. Gonna need to draw some action, clearly, but Miscalc is decent enough, and he's on a Mola 6 as well. Lead with the Plains, since we have, again, Spectral Possession in the deck. He has the Vision again, darn. That might just kill us. Or at least, the cards that he draws off of it might just kill us. Not gonna cycle just yet. And I still think I want to wait a turn before playing out the Seeker. It's only 2 damage, and I'd rather counter his Vampire Nighthawk or whatever. Too many lands, Toshi. The dream, man. The dream. Turn 1, suspend Ancestral. That's what everybody wants. Just gonna counter Necrotal if he has it here again. Or not. It's fine. Actually, Armageddon would be a pretty nice draw, wouldn't it? Or more lands. Not exactly what we were looking for, but... So it goes. Here we go. Here we go. Maybe it just took out red on the sideboard. Still haven't seen any red lands in the last 2 games. Duress. I could cycle Miscalc in response. But then I have a ton of spells that I could hit. So I think we just let him take the Miscalc instead of risking cycling, drawing one of our big spells. Although now he knows I'm sitting on 2 lands and a whiff. Oh, Duress, why are you so good versus me? Maybe because I'm only running 6 creatures. Alright, well now he's got options, decisions to make. If he has Necrotal in hand... Oh no, he can't kill Frost Titan next turn because I can tap down a land. So I guess counter. If he just passes, I probably don't play Frost Titan. Yikes, the Vapors. The Vapors is real. Alright, well that prevents me from casting Frost. Yeah. Well, what we need is a miracle called Entreat the Angels. That's what we need. A miracle called Entreat the Angels. Looter resolves. Leaving up 4 conspicuously. Oh god. You know, sometimes you mulligan every hand and you just flood out. I have been dismissed. Not much I could do about this game. Not much I could do about this game. Kept a 4-lander, and we draw on 5 lands and a Seeker of the Way, so... Again, still plenty of live draws. Still plenty of live draws. It's awkward playing lands since I have Upheaval in the deck, in addition to Armageddon, but... Oh well. It's fine. Doesn't do anything.
I'll go away.
Alright, well, Forbid's a fine draw. Not amazing, but certainly fine. He's gonna dig through time. Yeah, we're gonna Forbid with buyback. Easily. Easily. Didn't want those lands anyway. Didn't want those lands anyway. Until I draw the Armageddon and get very sad. Tooty Fruity Looty. At this point, I'm just assuming he took out all of his red. Hexmage resolves. We don't care about creatures too much. We have plenty of live draws to those. Like a Terminus here would be nice. I'm gonna wait a turn. I'd rather hold the judgment for something else, because again, we have Martial Coup and Terminus. I took out the Wrath of God for the Armageddon, and, well, pretty clear which one would be better here, but... If anything, I'll have to Judgment the Looter. That's what's doing us in. Riftwing Cloudskate, okay. Path to Exile. Again, I really want to path this. I think I'm going to. Do it on my turn, even though it gives him an untapped land on his turn, it means he can't loot again. And that's what we need to avoid, or want to avoid. Alright, yeah, it looks like he took out red. I would assume he'd get a mountain there if he had any more red sources in deck. He still knows I have Forbid. Riftwing has 2 suspend counters. I can just feel it. I'm going to draw the Armageddon and cry. Compulsive? Ugh. Yeah, I'm going to Forbid that. I can't let him go through his deck that much. Taking 4 here. I'm going to go ahead and cast the Judgment if I don't draw something relevant. Oh, well, now we know. We have a better Judgment target. Oh, opposition, you so awkward. Take the Batter Skull. He might misclick one of his creatures. Definitely seen that happen before. Now we have a lot more draws, too. Like Cloudgoat Ranger is great. Spectral Possession is great. Martial Coup, obviously, great. Just a creature would be fine, honestly. Ugh. Well, Terminus this turn would be the Nutter Butter. Boom! And that's going to do it, folks. We flooded out a little bit too hard here. That's the way it goes sometimes, though. Hopefully you all enjoyed the draft. We had some pretty sweet games. Glad to make it to the finals. Our deck was nice. We just didn't get the draw that game. As always, thank you for tuning in with another Drafting with Numot. You can always catch my live streams over on Twitch at twitch.tv/NumotTheNummy. You can follow me on Twitter at NumotTheNummy. You can subscribe to me on YouTube, NumotTheNummy. And you can follow me on Instagram at NumotTheNummy. We'll see you guys back next week. Thanks for tuning in.